Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over a topic that I've gotten a lot of questions about recently, and that is how to strum a ukulele. And more specifically, should you strum with your fingers or use a pick? I have my special ukulele felt pick right here, so I'm going to elaborate on this subject and also give you some examples. Okay, first things first, I've simply broken this down into two reasons that would make you consider whether you want to strum with your fingers or with a felt pick. Those two things are comfort and sound. So first of all, I'm going to talk about comfort. When you're a beginner at ukulele, I realize that even just holding your ukulele can feel awkward, but maybe you do feel more comfortable strumming with a pick, especially if you're coming from guitar. That might just feel more natural for you rather than strumming with your fingers. If that's the case for you, then I would just buy felt picks whenever you get your ukulele and try them out. There's several different ways that you can hold your pick, but I tend to hold mine like this with my two fingers on this side and then my thumb on the other side. Some people hold it like this. I don't know, I find that awkward. The point is, if you're gonna use a pick, just find a way that's comfortable for you to hold it, but that also gets a good grip on it. Then the comfort aspect of strumming with your fingers is kind of a tricky subject to approach, because I feel like no matter what way I did it, no matter what finger I used, it just didn't feel natural for me. It's something that I had to get used to. I tend to strum with my index finger. Sometimes I'll use all four. I know there's people who use their middle finger or who use their thumb to strum. If I'm doing softer strumming, a lot of times I'll use the padded part of my thumb. In conclusion, for comfort, you might just have to try using the pick and then also try using your fingers. Maybe neither of them will be comfortable, so you're just gonna have to try to get used to one. But if you find one to be more comfortable or more natural for you, then use that one. Also, a side note to that, I would recommend that when you're trying to strum with your fingers, you try different fingers. Try using all four, maybe just your thumb. There may even be people who strum with these two. I know some people said that they'll strum with their thumb and then go up with their index. Just try anything you can think of. My philosophy is you can strum with whatever finger in whatever combination you want, as long as the sound comes out the way you want it to sound. That is up to your judgment. This is a good segue into my next point, which is sound. There is going to be a difference in sound whether you're strumming with the pick or with your fingers. There also is a difference in sound depending on what finger you're strumming with, because if you're using the padded part of your thumb, your strumming is going to sound softer versus if you're using the nails. I'm going to go ahead and give an example strumming with the pick and then strumming with my fingers and see if you can tell the difference in sound. First, I'm going to use the pick. I never use a pick, so I was finding it really awkward to strum that way and also difficult on the upstrums. I didn't like the way it sounded on the upstrums especially. For this example, I'm going to be strumming with my index finger and more of the nail part and then the padded part when I do the upstrums. I like the sound of using my fingers better, but that also might be due to the fact that I'm not very experienced with using the pick, so I can't get it to sound very good. I'll be very transparent and honest to admit that that could very possibly be a fact, that I just am not good at using the pick. I don't know, I'm just gonna let y'all be the judge of that for yourself, whether you like the sound with a pick, and maybe you'll strum it differently with a pick so you'll like your sound better versus how I'm strumming it with the pick. Like I said before, I recommend trying out all the different methods and see what's most comfortable for you and what you like the sound of best. I'll also give some examples with picking using the pick and then fingers. Okay, I know this was kind of a long video explaining the different methods of what you can use and what you should consider, but in conclusion, when it comes down to it, there's not a right or wrong answer whether you should strum with a pick or with your fingers. That is just up to you and what you like best. Take into consideration those two things that I mentioned, comfort and sound. Are you comfortable and do you like the sound, or which do you like the sound of better? That could also depend on what song you're playing. You might like to strum with a pick for a certain song, while for other songs you might want to use your fingers. The one thing that I do highly encourage though is that you try out different methods. Maybe you are comfortable strumming with your index finger, but you've never tried a pick. I would recommend just going to try that pick and see if you like it better, or you may like the sound of it with this certain song that you're wanting to do over strumming with your fingers. It's always good to try new things and gain new experiences because that's how you grow as a musician and as a ukulele player. My personal opinion is I don't like the pick at all. I prefer to strum with my fingers. That doesn't have to be the same for you. You try different things and decide what works for you. The same thing that works for someone else isn't necessarily what you should be doing. If you don't already have felt picks and you want to try them out, I'm gonna link some in the description that I recommend from Amazon, so just go click that link and it'll take you there if you want to check them out. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave them in the comments because I always read through those and I love talking to you guys. And remember, do the thing that works for you. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Don't forget to drink your water, eat your vegetables, and be a good person. I love y'all. Bye.